Hello, everyone. I'm Kyle Kramer. I'm the CEO of the Earth and Spirit Center, and I'm joined today by Emily Bingham. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
So, Emily, we are so excited to bring you to the Earth and Spirit Center on October 12th for a special event related to your new book, which is connected to my old Kentucky home. I believe that is the title of the book. So I'm wondering, for those who may not know you as well or your work, can you just say a few words about who you are and maybe how you came to write this book?
All right. Well, here's the book, guys.
There we go. Shameless plug on Zoom. You saw it here.
Yes, this is my most recent book. I am a historian and I teach as well, history and sort of American history, American studies. I am a born Kentuckian and Louisvillian. I went away for a long time, felt like a long time, but actually now I've been home longer than I was away.
Louisville
Came
has
back.
that kind of gravity field, doesn't it? It pulls people back.
Yes, it does. And I have been living in Louisville since the mid-90s. I've raised 3 kids here, very important part of my life. I've also been active in some different causes around the community over that period as well. Civil liberties, civil rights, and women's rights, and so forth.
Well, you and I both know, and you far better than I, that Louisville is a city with a very difficult and complicated history in regards to racial equity issues. And I know that this new book of yours tackles those in a very explicit way. What can you say just about what's the central theme of this book, or what's the driving conclusion? What would you like folks to take away from this book, with the caveat that we hope to unpack that together at this event, so don't give away too much?
Well, I think we have to start at just my own surprise and long struggle to figure out how to react to the fact that a song that I had been taught as a child and that had been held up in institutions all around me as a thing of beauty and power and sort of grace and sentiment, that it was undeniably about the slave trade and the horrors of the slave trade. There's nothing ambiguous about that. If you look at the original lyrics that Stephen Foster wrote, and that for at least 100 years were sung, that way. They contain a slur about referring to people of color in every verse, the same slur, and it depicts a sort of happy scene in Kentucky that is interrupted vaguely by hard times, when then the Black people in question that the song is about have to leave. And what happens with the rest of the song is that person has to leave and die in the deep South, in the sugarcane fields. So when I learned just that original source of what the story was about, and learned that it was also a very important piece of Blackface minstrel shows in the period of the 1850s and onward, I had to figure out what to do with it. And it sat with me for a long time. And that's where the book came out of, an effort to explain how a song that started like that has woven through so many aspects of our culture and into our hearts, many of our hearts, while also hurting and offending and demeaning a lot of people along the way.
Oh, yeah.
And how did we not hear that? That was, I think, the profound, one of the profound things that I think the book deals with, beyond the song. It's one of so many things that can just be in our background and seem completely innocuous, but actually has been a source of contention and protest that people with skin color like mine have been privileged to basically ignore.
And while you are a scholar and an historian, I assume that this is not simply a scholarly book. This is a book that everyone who's concerned about these issues in their day-to-day lives could could really dig into and benefit from. Is that right?
I mean, that is absolutely the plan. This was published by a non-academic press. The tone of it is, I hope, an invitation to come and see kind of the most amazing story of how one song could be used for everything from a blackface minstrel show to selling fried chicken to opening the gates of a closed Japanese kingdom, to a crazy throw pillow, that's on your sofa, right? And that, it's kind of, and it has wonderful characters through it. Some fascinating white folks, like who would ever thought that the heir of the Eli Lilly drug company would become the person who probably did more than any other person to make Stephen Foster, the author of this song, the father of American music, as he is known today. So there are a lot of kind of wonderful and wild parts of it. And then the other thing that I think I tried to do to invite readers to feel comfortable, or listeners, because it's also on audiobook, is I include my own and my family's interactions with this song over generations and with the themes that the song brings up. So I wanted to be very clear that I wasn't coming at this to lecture or hector anyone. I want this to be an invitation to share and be honest and look at the truth together and sit with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let it sink into us. Let us listen in a way that we haven't listened, and to do that together, especially for white readers and the white community. I mean, that's who I'm hoping to reach.
Yeah, well, that's certainly the work of the Earth and Spirit Center as well, trying to build allyship and promote justice in all the ways that we can through a beautiful partnership, really, with listenlearnact.org, a local nonprofit, and the Office of Equity, the Lean Into Louisville program, which is part of Metro government, is also sponsoring a lot of our work here. So, Emily, we're thrilled to host you again on October 12th. I want to recite a few details here. This will be Wednesday, October 12th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. You'll be presenting kind of some information from your book. And we will also, as a special part of this evening, we will have musical guests. The Mighty Shades of Ebony will be performing alongside your presentation. So folks will be able to enjoy a wonderful evening, stimulating music and stimulating conversation. It's all free. And we do request that folks register ahead of time so we can get good head counts and have enough seats. That is at earthandspiritcenter.org. Again, October 12th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Emily, we're so looking forward to having you. Can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. It's going to be great.